Well, let's hope it works this time. Sorry for that, everybody. Literally, the second I started a previous stream attempt, my internet decided to just crap out on me. Just out of nowhere. So, fucking... Ugh. So if something happens, don't be too surprised, people. Holy hell. Yeah, there... Good lord, that is actually awful. It's like it only goes out for a few seconds too, which makes it worse. But in any case, hey everybody. Moonlight Greatsword. I don't know if this was a FromSoft game. You know, funny you say that, Ken. This game actually is fairly Souls-like in terms of its difficulty. It's fairly tough, but I'd say it's definitely got more Zelda stuff to it. Actually, I'm shocked you haven't played this game, because this game, you literally play as a cute little fox in a tunic that is in a Zelda-like, with some Dark Souls elements to it. And actually, since I doubt you've seen much of this game outside of like press releases, look, see? I'm near the end game, so that's why I look like a ghost. But look at this shit. The game literally has this full-on in-game pamphlet manual style thing that gives you info about the world and gives you like tips on menu stuff, where the control scheme is, as well as like, hey, I need, like, how do I conserve stamina so I don't dodge all the time and mess up my stamina intake? You have a run button. You just hold A. Like, and you want to know what adds to the charm of this? There are even little things that would feel very old school manual-esque because they include things like small little pen drawings. And even some of these pages have like coffee stains on them. It's so cute. See? Like right there. So, yeah. If you're not broke, Ken, you should get this game. Because it is basically a game built for you almost. With a capital Y. Like, why didn't you get this sooner? But in any case, hey everybody, you're already sold? Awesome. Glad I did my job. So, yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to be the actual finale, because it turns out that this last segment in the game is a bit longer than expected. God damn it. First my internet goes out, and then my dog wants to come in. Sorry, everybody. You know Ricky, he just barks to get in. Excuse me. Okay, small dog is now inside the house. So hopefully he'll give me some actual time to play before he goes outside and barks his ass off again. Ugh. Okay. So what we were looking at was getting the upgrades for the character here, and I'm missing one. And I believe I believe I know where to go for it. I looked it up, which I know is cheating, but this game's cryptic. And actually, Ken, that's probably the one thing that I should warn you about with this game. It's very cryptic with a lot of the things you're supposed to parse, like the locations of various secrets that you need to get, as well as where you're actually meant to go. Like so this manual thing that I have, you have to go across the overworld and find the pages to these things. So you might end up getting an explanation for something way after you've already figured it out, or you might have been playing with one hand tied behind your back by accident, for all you know. Oh my god, how was I supposed to spot that? This fucking game. But anyway, so some of the things I'd done today, I learned how, like, I've made it clear in the past how dog shit the Midwest's internet can be, but it had some pretty dog shittery moments when I was taking my dog to the vet. And apparently the vet had some internet problems too. Like, I dropped her off in the morning, and I was telling the receptionist, like, yeah, if only, like, yeah, we had some pretty bad internet cutouts, and she was like, yeah, we had an outage ourselves, and I'm just like, my god. Midwest internet sucks. Specifically Mediacom. If for whatever reason you need to live in the Midwest for something, be it jobs or whatever, don't get Mediacom. Be kind to yourself. Don't get Mediacom. That thing, it sucks. It sucks. It's awful. I think it's a good thing, very reminiscent of Zelda 1. I mean, yeah, like, in a guide game sense, and Google exists, but I don't know. Some clarity could be helpful. Okay, so... Oh, now I can finally hit those, right. Anyway, so I guess the thing that separates this from Zelda 1 in terms of its structure is the less archaic gameplay. Because the only thing that I'd say is the problem with this game's gameplay is that it's kind of awkward in terms of positioning. But other than that, it's been fine so far. So, yeah, basically... Midwest internet can be hot dog shit if you're not depending on your service, and my household is planning on switching ISPs, which will be a godsend, which means I don't have to deal with very sudden, very just out of left field internet short outages that interrupt a good time, or God forbid, you know, trip up a stream that's just starting, like this one. So... But at least it didn't interrupt some of the other things I did today. Like, as I said, dropped my dog off at the vet, picked her up. She was just getting a normal checkup, as you do. And I also checked out something that has been discussed before on stream, which was the Omni-Man and Homelander death battle. And I don't know how I did it, but I seem to have been able to call the nature of Omni-Man versus Homelander without even seeing any of the boys. Oh, hello. God, if I had my normal roll, this would be so much tougher. This new dash is so nice. There we go. Oh, so kill one of these things and it clears the corruption. Got it. In any case, I saw the Homelander and Omni-Man fight, and thought it was nice. Not bad. I say they definitely got the character interactions a little too on the nose. And they definitely were able to analyze the characters themselves quite well. And I was kind of right. Omni-Man is a soldier and Homelander is a bully. Homelander, big fish in small pond who cares about his public image, and when that image is challenged, he retaliates and attacks people, because that's what a bully does. They care a lot about how they're perceived, and their self-confidence is, you know, their big thing. And Omni-Man's just like, I just am myself. And I will beat anybody because I'm ordered to do it, and it's my honor to do it. Omni-Man was legit in that episode. Yeah, he was. Like, when he's told him that he would make him eat his own heart, that was raw, I will admit. And the animation on the 2D front was actually not awful, considering, you know, the fairly... like... Ken and I were talking about why I don't really watch Death Battle, or he asked me about it. And my thing with it is that I had lost a lot of my real care for most things Rooster Teeth stuff. And even then, I was kind of getting tired of following Death Battle, and not to mention some of the fights were starting to feel a little lackluster. And also, I'm not a fan over how the fan bases of the respective characters that show up react to certain fights. Like, to this day, the Goku versus Superman shit is still going on. And and I'm going to say it is a delusional kind of thing, because you're comparing somebody who's a limit breaker versus someone who doesn't have a fucking limit. It's like, what? It's like trying to say, no, the square peg should fit in the round hole, because if I spin it most enough, it becomes a circle. Something like that. Anyway, now that I got all pieces of my soul back, I'm now the cute fox again. Now the fox spirit. Yay. But overall, when they partnered with Rooster Teeth, and by they, I mean the creators of Death Battle and everything, I don't know, it's just ever since 2015, just everything surrounding that company and things involved with it just felt like they just went downhill and fast. Death Battle is the only decent show that Rooster Teeth has left. I mean, we haven't seen anything about Ruby, but considering that Ruby is getting its own, like, 2D anime from an actual anime studio that is acting as, like, an alternate continuity AU kind of thing, I don't know. I'm just... I dropped pretty much anything related to that company because, frankly, they just kind of started going downhill in a lot of the worst ways imaginable. Not to mention that a lot of the founders had left, and apparently a lot of the new people that run the company have some fairly different views. I don't know. It's not the company that it used to be, and don't get me wrong, Death Battle is seriously flawed, but it has an occasional nerdy what-if show. I like it a lot. Yeah, I guess in the same way that Deadliest Warrior was. It's just... there's, like... if you watch a lot of the content that was from both the Death Battle team and Rooster Teeth from, like, 2014 versus, like, 2015 onward, you can sense some kind of change happen. Like, not anything that's super obvious, but a vibe kind of crosses... a vibe just kind of gets lost. Like... it feels like the equivalent of, like, oh, that funny friend of yours that used to hang out with you all the time and had cool stories. Just got back from a hiking trip in like some random country, and they're like, "Oh man, I went on this mountaineering trip, and my perspective on life has totally changed." And it's just like, well, well, I'm not really a fan of this thing anymore now. I don't know. It's just, I could just sense that it was only going to get worse from 2015 onwards, and from what I've heard and what I saw, at least in regards to related news that I'd seen, because again, I've not been following that company in any capacity. Sounds like I was kind of right to do that, or at the very least, sounds like I dodged a bullet. Hey, Combo, I'm just talking about why I don't follow Death Battle or Rooster Teeth stuff as closely anymore. The Ruby anime has me curious, I'll admit. Yeah, especially considering that they have Geno Ibuchi on it. You know, the guy that wrote Madoka Magica and Psycho-Pass. Fair to say, that is gonna be an interesting combination. Very interesting indeed. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what all else I've got that I can take care of while I'm around. Because I'm still missing a ton of the pages from the guide itself. But yeah, I know I just saw the Homelander and Omni-Man fight, thought it was good, and just moved on with my day. That's it. That's all I really did. And I even, before I went live, I also checked out that therapy, like pop culture therapy video that was done on Megamind. The whole nice versus good guy kind of thing. Trying to remember what all else I've got left to search for. I mean, there is that mountain, but I don't think that's... It's like the Shenmue anime. The source material is somewhat wonky, but the anime has a good chance to correct the flaws while keeping the soul of the original. Yeah, not to mention the fact that the Ruby anime is going to be based on an AU continuity that was created by somebody that did a shit ton of fan art for the show back in the day. And that fan art itself spawning its own community of fans. And even that fan artist became a concept artist for one of Rooster Teeth's shows. As well as, God, what else? There's just a... If there's anything that I can compliment them on as a whole with Rooster Teeth stuff, they interact with their fan base and a lot of the talented fans in a positive light, and I can definitely applaud them for that. That reminds me of back when CD Projekt Red wasn't... That reminds me of pre-Cyberpunk 2077 CD Projekt Red. That's the best that's the best compliment I could ever give, is that it reminds me a lot of that. You know, just this very interactive bit and just able to, you know, embrace these aspects of the community super tightly. Like, what's a good example? Kind of like when the channel How to Drink did an episode of their YouTube thing where they're like, I'm going to make the Johnny Silverhands drink from the Afterlife bar. That's like a fictitious in-game drink and all that. And the devs of the game took to heart his episode and modeled the in-game drink and altered it to look more like the guy's actual drink that he ended up making. So, good on them. Even sent him a cool care package with a rocks glass that has Cyberpunk 2077 etched on it. So that's nice. But, yeah, point is, that was one of the things I did today. Watch the Homelander and Omni-Man fight. And I'd say they did that quite well, despite the fact that Rooster Teeth's 2D animation style is not not the best, but from an... I don't know. From a company that used to only primarily work in machinima stuff, you never really expect, like, fucking old school, like, 80s Disney levels of animation, you know? In any case, Tunic, we're here to finish it. I hope I don't prematurely end this, because what I did last time was I got all but one of the upgrades I needed to get my form back. And I got a lot of upgrades, fought some kind of thing, got this cool dash. I'm just unsure as to what else I can do, because I don't know if the game will continue after I fight the fight that I've been avoiding. Guess I'll have to see. How much money have I got? I can afford to get some upgrades. But yeah, the Shenmue anime, I don't have much of a knowledge about, because who'd have thunk a guy born in 1996 doesn't exactly have the best kind of connection with a Sega Dreamcast game. But if the anime turns out good, then congratulations. The fans will get the kind of story validation they didn't get out of Shenmue 3. Big health. Okay. With that... God, what else is there? I know there's more, but the problem is, due to how vague the game is, I'm trying to figure out what all is else I could check out. Okay, so the dark spots on the map with the glowing blue eyes is the merchant skeleton person. So I know that. Never had a Dreamcast, but I like going back and looking into games I missed from that era. I mean, it's nice. And due to emulation getting a lot more powerful as time goes on, it's easier and easier for people to get to experience those games, albeit unofficially. But then again, preservation is something that we've talked about many a time on this channel, and it's probably never going to be a done in discussion due to how frequently companies like to not give the fans what they want, or even give fans something they want that they didn't even know they wanted until they got it. Alright, so how the fuck do I open this thing? Because that is marketing in a nutshell, or at least figuring out product stuff. It's giving your audience things they didn't realize they wanted until they got it. Okay, Overworld, Golden Path. So, no, that's, no. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Because there are a lot of mysteries in this game that I still can't figure out. And the problem is, you'd probably think, well, just go ahead and fight the boss then. One, this would make this a very short stream. Two, there's apparently, like from clearing the game or seeking an end. There's a true ending to this, and I don't want to miss it, because it might be one of those secret, like, oh, like, this isn't really a conclusion because you didn't do the thing. Go back and do the thing, jackass. Like I didn't with the Dawn of Sorrow on the DS. Beat the supposed final boss, but I know for certain I missed something, because they were like, oh, you didn't do the thing, dumbass, and now the world's just kind of safe. I like the idea of Shenmue a lot. It's a game about exploring and solving mysteries with patches of a fighting game gameplay mixed in. I think that idea has a lot of potential that Shenmue doesn't quite nail, but could. I mean, it kind of nailed it in the first 2 games, but the problem is, and this has been documented by YouTubers that are far more experienced in the ways of analyzing video games to an extremely microscopic extent, the third game didn't seem to want to take any inspiration from the games that it itself inspired. Like Yakuza, for instance, though not having the fighting game style combat system of Shenmue, is a much better Shenmue game than Shenmue ever wishes it could be. Because for one thing, it deals with a lot of adult topics. It can deal with a lot of adult topics, as I have documented, as I am on the 5th game now. And also, Shenmue doesn't have Majima. I'm just saying, that's already a massive downgrade. It also doesn't have Baka Mitai. But yeah, in general, anything that I know about Shenmue is just from video essays. That's really it. Specifically things like Super Eyepatchwolf's videos on him, because I like Eyepatchwolf. He's a really cool content creator. I like his stuff. Alright, so I know there's more stuff. I just don't know. And besides, if I wanted fighting game style combos or things along those lines to make a fun combat system, or at least something along those lines, I've got Devil May Cry for that reason. Like, Devil May Cry has that. Granted, to not as deep of an extent as an actual fighting game, but it has it. So, yeah. If you were playing a Yakuza game that Ryo shows up and asks you where Lan Di is with his weird robot voice, how would you react? The robot voice would have to be in English. And I would find that really funny. I would find it really, really funny. Because part of the reason why Ryo's dub is so stilted, I don't know if you know this, but it's because Yu Suzuki, back in the Dreamcast era, when, wanting to localize this game to overseas audiences, opted to try and cast people that looked like the characters in game. I mean, looked like the characters in terms of their hair and their style and all that, which led to some voice actors not exactly being that good at voice acting. Does that make sense? I'm no, producer or director in any capacity. So any level of knowledge that I have about casting and directing and voice acting and all that, all of it is just things that I've learned from videos or attending panels at conventions, which is not exactly the most ideal learning environment. Too many sweaty nerds to distract from the actual lessons. But, oh, hello. What's this? I've never just seen this. What is that? Oh, God. Is that another one of those fucking things that's just going to be in the... What was that? Hourglass. Where's the page that has that? I love that Shenmue has a lot of the same problems as Metroid Other M. So you mean in the sense that the creators ended up making the game that they wanted to make, but the reception was almost entirely negative? Is that what you mean by that? Or are you meaning something else? Because I've seen... Because, you know, I haven't played Metroid Other M, but I hear it is essentially the game that... Like, the game came out exactly as the devs hoped for. It just turned out to be, you know, not what the fans like. At all. Okay, so I got some kind of hourglass. What the hell does that do? What does the hourglass do? Oh, wait. I think I might know where I'm supposed to go with that. Possibly. Or not. No, I mean the Japanese creators melding with the English voice acting on purpose and making it awkward. Well, I mean, yeah, because acting has its variance in regards to its language barriers, because no matter what, like, a live-action movie that is... A Japanese live-action movie has a different style of acting than a Western one, for certain. I mean, it's like, no shit, of course it does. But when trying to combine those two worlds, it's weird. I don't know. I'm, again, not the biggest expert on this, but I at least know enough to know when it's wrong. It's like... Actually, no... Understanding these kind of things is like understanding good and bad sound design. Like... And you're probably wondering, what the fuck do you mean by that? I mean it like this. Sound design, when it comes to games or movies, normally you never even think twice about the sounds that are being made in a game unless, you know, you do care about that stuff. Like, say, the impact of a punch or the stomping of feet on the ground. Like, you know when it's done right when it's not even acknowledged in any capacity. But say you record sounds or use a stock sound effect of crunching leaves, and suddenly all the characters just sound like they're in a forest full of dried leaves due to how much they're stomping around and crushing leaves. You're just like, wow, this sounds fucking awful. It's the same there. I don't know. I don't know. I've had a weird day. I'm probably not making any fucking sense in any capacity. Oh, hello. Oh. Cool. Can I leave, please? There we go. God, I love this dash. It's so cool. All right, what's in this? Oh, hello. Does anything happen when I do this? No. Seeing the clips are pretty funny. Yeah. I mean, Shenmue is one of those games that you take it out of context and you're like, wow, that line read was really hilarious. And it's not like, you know, we can't understand the context of like, no, you don't understand, man. This was the most mind-blowing shit. I almost crapped my pants due to how good the facial tracking was. And when I was able to pull off a... When I was able to pull off a roundhouse kick on some random guy, I said that my future children would probably make straight A's and be able to be an AB honor roll, and I still wouldn't be as proud of them as I was in that moment. Or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so share your wisdom. So I'm gonna, if that hourglass is actually just one of those collectibles like the fucking 4 skulls that I was fumbling around with, I swear to God I'm gonna be so mad. Because collectibles that just decorate a room has to be the most, has to feel like the most fucking insulting thing ever, especially if the process was really aggravating. Okay, it wasn't. So what the fuck is the point of the hourglass then? Oh. Well, that explains it. That's... Huh. Well, I'll be damned. I went the whole game and missed that. God damn it. There was a slowdown. I can think of so many fucking times where that would have been useful. Ugh. Man. All right. Is there anything else that I may have missed? Is that... That's the thing. Okay, so, Ken, if you ever get this game, note to you, even if there's no enemies on screen, use the lock-on button. Because guess what? More often than not, there's going to be a chest in a corner somewhere that you missed that will have something that'll be really nice to have. So miffed. But yeah, in any case, the thing about Shenmue is that though the game was revolutionary, Yu Suzuki's just sheer like, oh no, I didn't want to have other games influence Shenmue because it wasn't like it was the influencer to so many of these other games, and it's like, yes, but, and hear me out on this, Mr. Suzuki, maybe those improvements could probably help Shenmue more than hinder, because it's not any less Shenmue if you add features. Literally every game that is a sequel to itself is just the same game with more features. Granted, some liberties taken with combat systems and all that, but my fucking point stands. It'd be like the equivalent of if Breath of the Wild, instead of having all of the things that make that game, went back to being as archaic as fucking Zelda 1. And the devs are like, oh, we didn't want the improvements from the past Zelda games to influence this true vision of what we think the original Zelda should be like. So I don't know. Game discussions can turn into very, very, very different things for a lot of reasons. And those different things are definitely not... I'm definitely not equipped to discuss them, as I am just a guy with a minor in digital marketing and, you know, just a small-ass streaming channel. All right. So now that I have this time stop thing, I should be able to have a better time against the boss, hopefully. And actually... let's try this setup. Breath of the Wild knew what to keep from Zelda 1 and what not to. Exactly. Or at the very least, what to keep and what to add. Like, you think back to Zelda 1, it's like, oh, well, what's a thing that you wish you could add to Zelda 1? A fast travel system to some extent. Like, you know, certain areas of the map you're just able to warp to. I'm confident that would have been nice. And you would also would have helped Zelda 1 more. An actual in-game map. Like, I haven't played Zelda 1, but playing a game with no map that doesn't exactly have the most memorable placement layouts, save for the color palette of a given spot, as was the case with a lot of NES games. Yeah, if I played Zelda 1 when I was like in high school or something, it would have drove me up the wall because of how just... I mean, it's the same way that when I tried playing that Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon release that they did on the Switch. It's like, cool, the first Fire Emblem game. Too bad the game sucks. Too bad the game is archaic as fucking shit. Like, yeah, you get to play the first Fire Emblem game, but it's not very fun to play. Why would I want to play a game that has seen only improvements as its series went on? Ugh. And that's not even getting into the internal discussions of the fan bases of respective games being like, oh, this is just the popular one that's for the fans, or for the, quote, fans that don't like the actual spirit of the game. Or some horseshit like that. There is a map, but it's literally a big tan rectangle with a green pixel to show you what square you're on. I guess that's all there is here, because this seems to be warning of a danger of some kind, but I can't seem to tell what it is. Excuse that was my neck. But yeah, I also remember that one of the big consensus that I honestly also kind of agree with in regards to Breath of the Wild specifically is that it's a Zelda game for people that don't like Zelda, because Zelda does have a formula, and Breath of the Wild got rid of that formula, and a lot of people came in and are like, oh man, it's my favorite Zelda game. But that's just getting into shit that I frankly don't feel like getting into. Because a lot of discussions can be made about it, but it also can cause a lot of blind discourse that, frankly, people just shouldn't waste their energy on. They really shouldn't. It's not worth it. Let's see. Okay, so... got all the Heroes Grave stuff, and those are the important things. If I just knew what... Like, I find it cute that the manual's all in this language that they have here, but unless they give me a page that translates all that shit, then I have no goddamn idea what is being said. Holy Cross. Wait... something with the librarian? I'm gonna drink a little water, because I nearly got a little heated there about game discussion, as gamers tend to do. Cold water. Huh. Now then. Let's head into the librarian spot. The air, defeat, Holy Cross. I already had been downstairs, and I don't think there's... yeah. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to go straight into the boss fight, because I have no earthly idea as to what other secrets I might be missing. So here we go. Let's do this. Hello. Ow. Oh, it's nice to have my stronger healing back. Oh, there goes all my fucking healing, because Yeah, that's the problem that I have with, when it comes to getting a new power-up of this caliber, is that I start dashing around like a madman, going like, ha 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 ha, and then I get stomped. Because the thing is, having a dash this strong is very fun, and very cathartic considering how slow you move in the game. But I trip up. I trip a lot. But yeah, I guess maybe I'm at the end or something, because I have no idea where the other pages of this manual are. That boss, my aesthetic. I love this design. Yeah, the game's got a very nice art direction to it. Only thing is, I am not liking how the game's fucking camera angle and lock-on is doing this to me. All right, don't get cocky. There we go. Woo! Okay. Please don't tell me there's another phase. Uh-oh. Are you shitting my ass right now? Okay. The boss was indeed shitting my ass. Okay, then. In that case, take the grappler. Take the grappler off, replace it with the wound. You got Soul Cindered? Yep. Yeah, essentially. Alright. I didn't realize there'd be a second phase. Okay. Knowing this game, I probably have to go through the first phase again. Yep. Well, this definitely is going better than before. Big sword up your ass, Indeed, big sword up my ass. Does that go away? Okay, good. It's like getting gnomed over the big sword up your ass. Yeah. Yeah. Like, God, it's not... Should I get more of these little fruits? Yeah, I should, but I also should equip another charm, but I'm not sure which one. Because this doesn't exactly give me a good descriptor. Lower defense, higher attack. Louder echo. I can't. I'm gonna okay, I'm just gonna get the Sign Pearl ring on here because I fucking can't tell. This guy literally doing the Artorias thing with the evil goop on the ground. Yeah. Except that, you want to know what that evil goop does? It reduces my max health. So it'd be like if Artorias' goop could act curse out. Imagine how fun that is. Okay, let's give this another go. Nope, this was a botch attempt. You wish it did. Well, Hank, I mean, Ken, you're a fucking... You're a masochist that wants to make a Eustace build in Bloodborne with full-on hammer. Alright? I'm not taking your word on this. No offense. Not my fault you want Blythe's giant barbed dick on you. There. Get farted on. Get farted on, air. No taken. None taken. I know how fucked up I am. Okay. At least you're self-aware. Yes! There we go. Woo! You can't handle my furry fury. Well, neither could this fucker. Got him. Whew! Okay, are they done now? Can I drink water? Is there a phase 3? Okay, I think they're done. Cutscene's too elaborate. Good show? Yeah, I'm glad I was able to do that. And I swear, if it rolls credits after this, I don't know what I'll do. I think I may end up swapping to a different game or something, or a demo. We'll have to see, because I was expecting for this to be a lot longer, because the last stream I did of this took 4 hours. So I don't know if I'll have at least a 2-hour length with this one. Who knows? We'll see. I was hoping he'd grow wings and gain an area-spanning AoE attack. Well, I would have vomited violently if that happened. Also, this feels like a bad ending. Because I'm sealed, or trapped. Motherfucker. Okay. So I guess we'll watch the end credits. Alright, I guess I got a bad ending. I mean, for the most part, I do see this game as very nice, and frankly, a lot of people should try this game out. It's pretty fun, I would say. Barring, of course, some of the annoying bits, like the camera lock-on making things a bit awkward, but I'd say this is definitely worth a play. Wouldn't have played it for as long as I have without if that weren't the case. But yeah, Tunic's fun. Although I still know I so feel for certain that I missed something. The art style is way nice. Yeah, it's very... It feels like a sharper Wind Waker. Does that make sense? Like, the general look and feel of everything feels very Wind Waker-esque. So, it's kind of a bit of both Wind Waker and Zelda 1. But overall, I'd recommend. Now, I don't know if whether or not I would try to stream the true ending of the game. Unless the game just let me start from my old save or something. We'll see. But, yeah. I'm at the very least glad I got around to playing this, because this game... It caught my attention, and a lot of people played it and really liked it, so I was like, okay, I need to give this game a go. And I'm glad I did, because this was very cute, and played quite well, and had a very charming atmosphere. Barring, of course, the fact that the game can be a bit, you know... Wait, Will Wheaton? Anyway, I'm just glad I got to give this a try. Even if I didn't end up getting the best ending. Who knows? I might look up the best ending on YouTube, because, as I said, I feel like I missed something. Or no, I know I missed some stuff. And I have no earthly fucking clue if I could have known any of it. Because, again, it took me going through a snowy-ass mountain pass that I straight up could not see due to how blindingly bright it was to get the potion upgrade so I could actually survive that fight. So, like, the fun little perspective secrets are cute, they're nice. If only they, you know... Game over. Yep. Missing 4 pages. So I'm missing... Okay, so I have to complete the manual in order to get the best ending. I have no idea where those missing pages are, though. That's the problem. You need to get all the pages. Yeah, looks like. What do you think? Should I do it? Should I get all the pages and try to get the actual ending instead of this? Because can you backtrack? I mean, if it's letting me retry, then sure enough, I'd probably be allowed to backtrack. So it looks like the game's telling me, like, yeah, to get the best ending, you definitely have to get all this stuff. I just don't know where it all is, though. That's the problem. You say try it? Alright, yeah, might as well. I consider this the finale, so I'd be remiss if I did not at least attempt it. Alright, so I'm missing 4 pages. Not as many as I thought I was. So where the fuck are those pages? Because so far I have up to page... So let me take a look at the... Okay, so page 3 story, data management, beginning your adventure, the game screen, controls, stamina items, and all of the maps. Do I have page 41? I do. Holy wait. Wait. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt me. And if anything, it probably will give me the runtime on the stream that I was expecting. It's just, I've got no idea where the other pages will be. That's the big problem. I just don't know, because, as I said before, the game's direction is very loose and, you know, open-ended. You're supposed to figure a lot of this out yourself through observation, and I'm like... What if me not grow up with games like Zelda 1? What if my natural curiosity doesn't extend beyond, hey, does this look like it could, hey, does it look like I could pull this? Oh, that's cool. Morty, you don't understand, Morty. You gotta look around and have a different perspective on things, Morty. Rick, you sound really high right now. I don't think that's solid advice for me to take from you. No, Morty, you gotta do it. You gotta hit the lock on, even if you're not fighting anything. Jesus, that's a terrible Rick impression. Yeah, there's that chest, but I don't know how to get to it. Wait. Well, I guess we'll figure it out soon enough, but... I gotta go let my little dog back in, so if you'll all give me a second. And I'm back. You know, as much as I love Ricky and having him around and him being a constant fun presence in our house, it's not fun whenever it's not fun that he's picked up this habit of barking to let us know when he wants in. Okay. Do I use up my magic to drag myself up to that thing? I think that might be it. I'm gonna try something else. Nope, didn't think so. Okay then. I fucking love having this dash so much. It's so good. It's such fun to use. Especially since you start out in the game with just this little dodge roll that, though has a lot of invincibility frames, my god, it's slow and it really does not cover much distance. Having this dash is just the best thing ever. It's so nice and fast. Now, I'm gonna test something. I didn't think I'd see anything. Let me take a big look at the area. Wait. Okay, my hunch. Okay. Great. That's the thing about these Metroidvania-likes. You think you see something and it's just not there. It just isn't. It's not there. You're crazy. You're overthinking things. You're thinking your brain is big and huge and full, but the only thing that's big and huge and full is your dumpy. Maybe I head to the bottom. Because there's no bombable walls here. I remember there was one wall that I could blow up, but I don't remember where it was. Well, looks like my internet died again. Okay. Well, looks like this will end up being a three-parter, people. The fucking internet decided to crap itself again. So, sorry, people. Gonna cut this one short here. Bye.